is school choice a good thing or a bad thing, and why? We're going to dig in deeper, so don't worry about that. But just a really quick round of insight. Let's start with that. Jeff, why don't you start?
So net positive. The downside of that would be if parental choice becomes robust in a state and a school's not positioned to participate, that school is going to wither, and we've seen that repeatedly across the country. On the upside, we've seen in states where there is a robust school choice program, significant enrollment growth, new school startups, low income families that have the possibility of putting their kids into a Christian school for the first time. So yeah, overall, it's a net positive.
Okay, Mike, what are your thoughts? Good, bad, why?
No, very good. As Jeff mentioned, the increase in student enrollment, benefits to teachers, all those things are just positives that I word it this way, that secular governments are providing Christian education for a lot of Christian families who could otherwise not have afforded it. So net positive for sure.
Okay, Andrew, where are you on this from the school perspective?
Both our school families and our schools themselves have seen great benefits from school choice. And the risk is going to come anytime that there's funds being flowed through the government. Oftentimes comes accountability, and that accountability can have strings attached. So, again, Jeff said net positive, but definitely some cautions we'll need to address.
Yeah, good pointers. Okay, now let's unpack a little more about your experience with school choice. What has your personal and or professional experience with school choice been? Mike, why don't we start with you?
Personally, well, I'm currently obviously administrator of Bay City Christian School, and so my role with WACS, the Wisconsin Association of Christian Schools, kind of going to get a little fuzzy in my conversation and things that I bring out.
That's okay. That's okay.
Because a lot of it's going to be from my personal experience here at school. So we're entering our 10th year in the choice program, and so just personally going from 70 students to 290 students over that period of time, a budget increase from $340,000 to $3.2 million. It's just really ridiculous when you think about what our Christian schools in Wisconsin were like beforehand, and now what they are now. And then as the accreditation chair in the state, been able to work with several schools and helping them navigate through the process, getting their schools accredited and ready to go in the program. So
yeah, maybe something they wouldn't have done, before this came up. So that's really interesting.
Correct.
Andrew, what are your thoughts?
They would not have done that beforehand.
Yeah, right. Andrew?
Similar to what Mike just shared, as principal at Colonial Christian School, I've seen a front row seat of just the incredible growth in Christian schools, many times as a result of the Indiana's Choice Scholarship Program. Now, states, if they have a program, they're all going to look differently. So I'll be able to share what Indiana's two school choice programs look like. Right now, today, any Indiana resident can qualify for a choice scholarship ranging from $6,000 to $7,000, and those funds go directly from the state to the school. So early on, we had families come to us, in tears of gratitude they could finally afford a Christian education, something they had prayed for, but never thought it was financially possible. And even today, there's families that, it's new to them. They didn't realize that this was an option available to them as Indiana residents. Personally, I've experienced the blessing of school choice, both as a father of two students participating in Indiana's Choice program, but also I have a child with special needs who participates in Indiana's second school choice program. It's an ESA program, another form of school choice that gives families direct access to those funds for qualifying educational expenses. So as a principal of a school and as a father of a family, it's not just about affordability, but access to an education that aligns with biblical faith and values. And really, that's the heart of Christian education, and school choice has just made that more accessible than ever before.
Wow, what a blessing. That's great. Jeff, how are you interacting with school choice on the national level?
So from the AACS office, our interaction is with state leaders who are working to put school choice programs in place in their state or to expand school choice programs in their state. And then both Mike and Andrew have mentioned that accreditation is tied to school choice. That's not true in every state, but that's true in multiple states. There are at least 8 states that are requiring accreditation by a recognized body for a school to participate in a choice program. And that means our accreditation process has exploded. Probably not even a big enough word for
I
it.
was just going to say, wow, job
Yeah.
security.
And so lots of interaction with schools, with state leaders, sometimes working through the approval process so that our process can be recognized in a state. Oftentimes helping schools that were not prepared, had not put themselves in a place. This week, I probably worked with 5 schools scrambling to try to have an accreditation in place for their families to participate. And they really waited too long at this point. They'll be able to do it for some point in the future. But so in our office, the big participation is on those 2 levels, working with state leaders on new programs or expanding programs, and then working with schools who find out they have to have an accreditation in place to participate.
Yikes. And that's a hard thing to scramble on. Enjoyed this short clip? That was just a sneak peek into a full episode on the Teacher Edition podcast. We are passionate about supporting Christian educators like you. Looking for more inspiration and practical strategies you could use today? Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by BJU Press.